Handling algebraic fraction, there are some things you need to keep at the back of your mind. The first thing is, when you have an algebraic fraction question to handle, the first thing to do is you need to uh, factor you need to factorize each and every term. When you're done with that, you now change this division sign to multiplication sign. So when that is done, then you now start cancellation. So when we have this kind of algebraic expression, for us to solve it, you will need the first thing, as I explained before, you will need to find the common factor. Here you need to factorize each and every 10. If any one that is factorizable, you factorize it, but if the one that is not factorizable, you leave it. So but here, let's start with this numerator here, which is 4x squared minus 9. So here, if you want to factorize this here, we have 4x squared minus 9. But remember, we can write this as 4x, we can write this as 4x squared minus 3 square, because 9 means what? 3 squared. So when you have difference of 2 squared, you can write it as a minus b, then a plus b, which means we are going to write, when you take the square root of this thing here, when you want to put this in this form, we are going to have 2x minus, then what? B is what? 3. Then we'll still have a is what? 2x minus what? Plus what? 3. This is how to factorize this. When that is done, we try to factorize this as well. So in doing that, let's say we have let's factorize this denominator as well. So we have 2x squared plus 5x minus 3, and we have to factorize. In factorizing this has to multiply with the last 10. That will make this 6. So if making this 6, now your last 10 is 6. So in factorizing this, you think of two possible values that when you multiply, you're going to have 6, and when you add, you're going to have what? 5. So what are those two numbers that when you add, you have 5, and then you multiply, you have 6? The two numbers are minus 1 and plus what? 6. So when we know that, we now say 2x squared minus x plus 6x minus 3. Then we now insert brackets. After inserting the brackets here, you think of the two possible values that when you add, you're going to have after having this bracket here, you think of the highest common factor in the first bracket and the highest. So here the highest common factor is what? Is x. So let's take it out. Here we have 2x minus 1. So here's the highest common factor. Here is what? Is 2, which is plus 2, right? No, the highest common factor is what? Plus 3. Let's take it out. So here we now have 2x minus what? 3 divided by 1 is by 3 is 1. So we have the two brackets equal. So we pick one of them to be the first bracket. So that will be 2x minus what? 1. Then we pick the outside values to form the second, which is x plus what? So we are done with this, right? We have it here. So, and the first one, we have it here. Okay. So now here we cannot further factorize this. Let's leave it. So let's factorize this one as well. So x squared minus 9, this is the same thing as x squared. This is the same thing as x squared minus 3 squared. this is difference of 2 squared. As I explained here before, you're going to have something like a minus b and b, sorry, and a plus what? B, which means we are going to have x plus x minus 3, and we still have x plus what? 3. That is difference of 2 squared. So this is what we factorize for this. So now, since all this has been done, let's put them back to our expression, to the question we have. So now, 4x squared minus 9 was factorized to be this. So let's put it to be let's put it 2x minus 3, close, and have 2x plus 3, okay, all over. So 2x squared plus 5x squared minus 3 was factorized to have this. So let's put it down as 2x, sorry, minus 1, then x plus 3, okay, divided by, so here we can go and write the same thing we have, minus 3 all over. But this difference of 2 square, we have it here. See what I have been circled here. So we now put it as x minus 3 and x plus 3. Okay. So now, after factorization, after we factor all we have, the next thing is to change this division sign to multiplication sign. And by doing that, we are going to do what is called reciprocal. And what is reciprocal? We are going to change denominator to go up while numerator to come down by changing this division sign. So let's now do 2x minus 3, 2x plus 3 all over 2x minus 1, x plus 3, then times, so this is going to go up while this is going to come down. So we now have x minus 3, x plus 3 and 3. So we have 2x minus what? 3. So if you can look at it critically, you will see that there is common factor down and up. And what is common here? Let's check this. This and this is common, right? 2x minus 3 and 2x minus 3, which means this is going to cancel out, right? Let's check another factor that is common. Another factor that is common is okay, 3 plus x and 3 plus x is common. Let's cancel out. So now, after cancelling out everything that is common, let's bring it together. So what is left out is this and this. So let's multiply it together by saying 2x plus 3 and what? And x minus 3 all over. Down is this, the only thing that left, all over 2x minus 1. So this is where we can stop, but we can set restriction. What is restriction? What will make this equation to be undefined? So now, where x is equal to minus, x should not be equal to 1 all over 2, because definitely it will make this equation undefined. Or x shouldn't be plus or minus 3. This will also make this equation undefined. So at the end of the day, you set restriction of values that will make this equation to have denominator of 0. So the values that will make this equation to have this denominator of 0 is 1 over 2 and plus 3 or minus 3 will make this equation to be undefined. So that is how to solve a complex algebraic fraction. So the things that you need to keep at the back of your mind, the things that you need to keep at the back of your mind when solving algebraic fraction, the first thing, you need to factor each and every 10. After that which has been done, you also need to now change the division sign to multiplication sign by turning the denominator of the right hand side of the fraction you have. The denominator has to go up while the denominator will come down. That is what we call reciprocal. Then when that is done, you will now cancel out what is common, but remember, you don't have to cancel where you have things like plus and minus by saying x should cancel x here. That is wrong. You don't need to do that. So cancel out only what is common from each denominator and numerator. So that is how to avoid mistakes in algebraic fraction. So guys, if you understand what I have explained, please turn on the notification bell and subscribe to my channel as we grow together. Thank you. Bye.